guys, it's Kat. Today I'm going to be talking about 15 reasons why I wish I would have saved myself for marriage. But none of these are religious reasons to save yourself for marriage. That is a whole different topic. Number 1, despite how it feels as a teen, saving yourself for marriage, and in general, just like saving yourself, I don't want to say for marriage, but in general, just saving yourself for the right person and not just like sleeping around or even just like not being with the right person. It can make you value yourself so much more and respect yourself so much more. I remember when I was younger, when I was, I think, in middle school, and I used to get picked on because I hadn't had my first kiss, which I was in middle school. Like, I don't know. But I felt so weird about it. And then it finally happened. I was like, well, that wasn't worth it. Why was that so important to everyone? I don't understand. And then I got peer pressured into a lot of stuff that other people hadn't even done. So they'd pick on me for not doing something when they hadn't even done it. So don't let peer pressure, they say this so much throughout school, but seriously, you don't know what is actually happening on the flip side. So respect and value yourself, because peer pressure is awful. And that goes for, I heard it mostly with drugs and alcohol, but especially with like relationships or like just activities that you do in school. All of it. Do what you want to do and what is important to you. The second thing, and I wish I would have realized this before, saving yourself for marriage is not only a gift for the marriage, but it's a gift for you. I have heard from so many people that it's so much better than when you go into a marriage and you're like transferring over into it. It's like the same thing's happening. There was like no bam magical thing that happened. The third thing is that sexual intimacy creates so much baggage. This has a few parts to it. It makes it harder to determine if the relationship is right or not, because your emotions are all tied into it all weird, and it in general just like messes with things, and that also can make breakups so much harder. They're already hard enough, and I think this especially happens with the person who takes your virginity, from what I've heard, unless you've emotionally detached from all that. And that also can be super unhealthy to be emotionally detaching from it. But we're not talking about that in this, because that's not what this is about. Giving someone your all and then just having to be casual with them, whether it's for work, school, parenting, it is very difficult. Especially if going into giving your all to someone and being with them and having that sexual intimacy with them, and you not anticipating that there's even the chance of, I mean, obviously there's always a chance, but not anticipating having to be casual with them, it's very hard. The next thing is having a history to be able to compare things to can lead you to feel insecure or just in general be unsatisfied, because maybe you're comparing the first person you were with to the second, and then you realize that there's just a lot of differences, and maybe that leads you to be unsatisfied with the person that you're with, and that can create complications. Or say that person was saving themselves, and then or if they weren't saving themselves but they just haven't done anything yet, and then they get into a relationship with someone that's experienced, it can lead them to feel super insecure because that person is having more experience. I know what that feels like, because with my daughter's father, that's exactly how it was. And it led to a lot of issues within the relationship of me being insecure, especially as a teenager. But I'm sure that happens with people in general. But that can happen even just like two people being together that have histories, the comparison, and feeling insecure. Not to mention all the other stuff that comes along with being sexually active, like pregnancy scares, even if you use all the protection methods, or STDs. There's just a lot of stuff that goes into that if you're not into a stable, healthy relationship that you have to worry about. I don't know what number we're on at this point, because I stopped counting. But the next thing is that respecting your future marriage before you even get into that marriage, that says a lot right there. And by saving yourself, that is a way of respecting your marriage, because you are saving yourself for someone who deserves it, including saving yourself for yourself. Saving yourself for marriage saves the fear of, is this person really with me because they love me, or because they love being sexually active with me, or whatever it is. Obviously, people can still use you in other ways, but saves from that worry. There's security in marriage as far as being able to just completely let go, not have any worries about it, and be completely vulnerable and comfortable and have that bond with someone. It's really a great gift for the both of you. This is a huge one. Being able to actually bond as a couple is key. Bonding just over sexual intimacy, if that is the only thing you bond over, it is not going to work out. You have to be able to focus on the foundation of your relationship and actually build up a relationship, and sexual intimacy, adding that in, especially too soon, can really complicate things and make it hard, because if you don't have that stable foundation, it's not going to work out long term, or it's going to make a lot of difficulties. Just in general, being able to focus on a relationship and not worry about sexual intimacy or have your focus on that. It's very easy to get caught up in it and not build an actual relationship. A big problem is that sexual intimacy can be like a band-aid for relationship problems instead of actually fixing the relationship problems. And along the lines of focus and fixing, not having a feel-good fix can be so beneficial whether you're in a relationship or whether you're single. It just helps you to have a more clearer perspective and focus on what's important with life, and like figuring out your life and getting all that built up, a good base, a good foundation. All of this is stuff that is from my perspective and things that I wish I would have known and understood. I may have been told these, but I definitely did not realize how important all of this is. I am not bashing on anyone who has no intention, no want to save themselves for marriage. I don't care what you do with your life as long as you're happy doing it and not harming anyone else. This is just things that I wish somebody would have been able to show to me instead of me having to learn. I do not regret it because I now have a beautiful, almost 1-year-old. I don't know, by the time you see this, it'll probably be her past her first birthday, really. I am a firm believer that everything happens for a reason. I just know this is stuff I want my daughter to know, because I definitely wasn't ready when life hit me as far as everything in general, but I definitely wasn't ready for sexual intimacy when it happened, and I think a lot of it was to rebel against my family with my daughter's dad. So like I said, all this is out of experience. I am not judging anyone. I am not saying that you need to do this. This is just stuff that I wish I would have known, and I think it's important for others to hear that have any interest in this at all. If you have any comments on this, as far as advice or things you wish you would have known, or maybe regrets that you had, whether it was saving yourself or not saving yourself, any input, start a conversation down below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to hit the red subscribe button, give this video a like. I hope you have a great day. Bye!